Oh, what's going on with ya YouTube? Jumpman Christopher Combs back at y'all with another vid. Alright, so we did a full 2-week wear on the new Shadow Backboards in 2025. And I just want to see how they hold up. We'll talk about comfortability, sizing, all that good stuff. But first of all, I just want to say is, day one, I wore these all day in New York City. Matter of fact, I'm a little salty right now, guys, because I had clips of, of some clips I was in New York, had some good shots and everything, but the memory card, yeah, you gotta erase, man. It just is what it is, man. That's just life of a YouTube, man. Just sometimes things go wrong. Not everything's perfect. Happens all the time. But usually, with stuff like that happening, I can go ahead and, either re-record it or redo it. But in this case, can't do it because, I was in New York City. Now I'm back home. But either way, so basically I wore these all day in New York City day one, and then I wore them without, throughout the whole week too as well in New York, and then I wore these when I was at home. Didn't really do much at home. I mean, yeah, I wore them at work and I wore them at the gym, but like, first thing I will say, how well do they hold up? And I must say, not bad. Not bad. I mean, like, so one thing I will say, I know I see some people in the comments that, a lot of people were complaining about how the Shadow Backboards were, and so was I. I was complaining like the quality is not nearly as good or it's not the same as the 2015 pair. And that still holds up because look, like I said, that's how it's going down right now with the Shadow Backboards, the leather on the toe box. Now, it's not going to crease crazy like it was on the 2015 pair. So that may be an improvement in a way. That's because the leather is not nearly as soft, but it does wrinkle. So that's how my freaking toe box gonna look like. Same goes with this one. That's how it is. So again, nothing too crazy. Again, it's just, the leather will hold up. These are going to hold up, and that's one good thing about these. Is that Air Jordan 1, it's all leather. You guys already know all leather shoes usually do pretty well and they hold up pretty well, except the only thing is creasing. And some people even say, not me, but some people even say that creasing shows character in some Air Jordan 1s. People love the creasing and the tearing up the shoe on Air Jordan 1s. It makes it look better. Not me. I personally don't like it. I like my Air Jordan 1s all clean, to be honest. That's why I usually do wear like sneaker shields in mine, or I wear a little bit of drip grip. By the way, discount code is almost ending with a 25% off. So make sure you guys get on that drip grip. Use my discount code JMK25. I think it's the last day by the time I drop this. But either way, yeah, so they will hold up. It is leather. I mean, if it gets dirty, it will get cleaned up. I mean, if you guys haven't seen it yet, I already did a comparison between the 2015 pair and the 2025 pair. You guys know my opinion about it. But either way, overall, yes, it's still a great shoe. The Shadow Backboards in 2025 is still a great shoe. If you guys never own a Shadow Backboards, I highly recommend to get these, man. I really do. I think a lot of people will end up liking these. It's just that, now that the Air Jordan 1 hype is kind of dead, and not only that, there's not much resale on these things, so these probably not many people's gonna be like looking forward to these. They're gonna be like, I'll pass. Not me. Look, I got mine. I wore mine. I actually got mine a little early from GOAT because they did a little early drop over the EU, and they did a shock drop about a month ago in the US. But now we're finally getting a release date this weekend. So if you guys do want these, hey, you guys like them, I say go ahead and grab them. But most likely in about a week or two, I'm very confident these are going to go under retail and lower than that. The one thing I did notice when I was wearing these, it's not, even when I was wearing them in New York, these are not a very comfortable shoe. It's an Air Jordan 1, so I already kind of knew that already. Air Jordan 1s, wear them, if you were to wear all day Air Jordan 1s walking around like in New York City or even like at Disney or something like that all day, you should be prepared to know that your feet will be hurting. It will be barking. Now, it's not as terrible as, say, I want to say, like, I think the worst sneakers that I've had on feet all day that I could not wait to get off were like probably honestly with some Dunks. Because Dunks, they hurt my feet. And number ones, they're kind of close to it, but not really too bad because I do wear mine a little bit big. I feel like sizing wise, I could have went like at least a size 9. I'm usually a true 9 in Jordans, but I wear a 9.5. I like to wear mine just a little bit more room to it. But yeah, definitely I feel like I could have wear at least a 9. With Air Jordan 1 lows, most of my Air Jordan 1 lows are either a 9. Sometimes I go a 9.5, but a 9 fits perfect. Because if not, it feels kind of way too big, especially with a low. Of course, wearing these all day, I mean, even though it is orange and it's black, it kind of gives more of a fall vibe. I feel like I could have wore these even in the summer, like anything good to go. Black shorts, white tee, all black, whatever the case was. Orange is, it's not like, I feel like you don't have to do too matchy, but it's some of the colorways, you might not want to wear anything too crazy colors. Like you can't wear like, something that goes completely off of it. But still, I didn't have any problems trying to pick out a fit on these things wearing these. I thought like, okay, orange, whatever, as long as it has a little bit of black and white. So this is definitely a shoe that you could probably wear all year round, summertime, spring, and now we got fall and winter coming up. Fall and winter is going to be perfect for these. Matter of fact, these Shadow Backboards were probably going to be the perfect back to school shoes. I know now at this time people are now going back to school now or even in school right now. This is going to be that perfect back to school shoe that I think a lot of people would rock or actually want to rock. But just the thing is, nowadays these kids, they don't even care for one. So I'm not sure if these things will actually kind of move and kids will actually really want these. I mean, honestly, the way how things has been going, if these things does go on discount price, man, I can see these things going low as $100. Call me crazy. I mean, they're already under retail. They were sitting in the EU. They're most likely going to sit in the US. They're going to go under, they're probably going to go on discount price. I mean, look at the UNC Reimagines. Under $120. So what does that tell you? I'm pretty sure you guys can probably get these things for really, really cheap down the road. So I haven't really even worn my new Air Jordan 1s lately, so I'm guessing that's just how they are nowadays. Because like, I mean, they just kind of wrinkle up. It doesn't really like crease anything crazy like the OG pairs. Like, okay, maybe this one. But yeah, I mean, they're not terrible by any means. I feel like these things are going to hold up very, very well. So you can get some, you guys can probably get a ton of wear of these things. Easy to think that these were once some grails that were going for like that, like almost like $1,800 to $2,000 to like $1,000, and now they can't even get rid of these things. So that's just one thing. Like, yes, let's mass produce some grails. That's great for everybody. So that way now we have a chance to either if we want to cop or not, or let go. I think the real sneakerheads that's been in the game for a while that never had a chance to get the Shadow Backboards and actually still like Jordan 1s are going to be really happy about the situation. I think they're going to cop no matter what. Just because I know I get it that the orange is a little different. The colorway is a little different from the OG pair. But at the end of the day, it's a Shadow Backboard. You know what I mean? Like, who would have thought these would ever come back out? So I know a lot of people have been waiting for these things and are still pretty excited to get these, but some people, hey, some this new generation, they don't really care for something like that. They just want to know how much they going for. And matter of fact, they're not going for much. So, hey man, it's a perfect chance. If you're a real sneakerhead, this is a perfect time. So now you guys can get things for under retail, which is a win for everybody. But I'm just wondering if Nike did too much, because there's a lot of pairs of these and they're going around. So I don't know. It's just one of those things, like if you guys want them, just go ahead and go to your store and grab them. If not, then just keep it moving, keep it pushing, because I know there's going to be a lot more things coming out very soon. I mean, even the Undefeateds are coming out on the Sneakers app supposedly next week. And same with the Wake 5s, 2 collaboration and 2 hype shoes. See what happens when it's not collaboration. But then we're also gonna get some other crazy bangers too as well. Fire Red 5 is gonna be coming out in a few weeks. Cave Stones. I'm actually pretty still excited for those. Even though I think those are only going for like retail, which is another phenomenal shoe that I think a lot of people should be liking. But maybe because there's too many Air Jordan 1s, and that's how, or Air Jordan 4s for those Cave Stones. But Air Jordan 1s, do we feel like they're still bringing out too many Air Jordan 1s? I don't know. I just feel like, we just had a grail of the Bread 11s, the Band 11s. We got those. People went crazy and people were upset that they went limited. Now we have a chance to get some other grail Air Jordan 1s and the Shadow Backboards. This is a perfect time now to get what you guys want. All right. Anyway, guys, just want to say, hey, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. If you guys don't mind, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe if it's your first time here, comment down below, and please hit that bell for all the notifications when I do drop vids. And don't forget to follow me on my social media at Chris on IG, so on Twitter, and don't forget Snapchat. I'm also on TikTok. Anyway, guys, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'm Chris. Peace.